Alright, the supervisor's here. She's checking it out. She's letting me know, look, I didn't remove any weeds there and that I just need to go ahead and get busy. Huh. Silly girl. Not doing those today. She says, oh, look, drink of rainwater off the black plastic. That's awesome. I did it, girl. You tell the people's hi. You tell the people's hi. Psst, psst, look up. Panda bears. You silly girl. You're a silly girl. Yeah, you're silly. You're a silly girl. All right, so I did. I went ahead and weeded up past where I know the where I pounded the last of the garlic. Didn't weed the very end. Again, I want to stick black plastic back here. Just because there wasn't anything growing all winter long, and it's full of weeds. Yes, I can weed it. No, I don't want to. Things like the dandelion over there tends to bring a lot of nitrogen up, and I would rather black plastic it so it refeeds the soil, kind of like a green mulch. I know, I still have problems catching my breath again. I'm not 100%, but I went ahead and weeded all the big stuff out of the garlic, so there's no competition between what were the weeds and what is the garlic in that area. Long-term stuff I'm gonna do. So for next week, my plan, give me plans, is to actually get in this garden and work. We're supposed to have really good days again next week, which is awesome. Guess my green onions are doing ever so well, but you can tell I need to weed them as well. But I got all these bricks in the way, and I'm not trying to climb around and break anything. So, come to this side. Plans for next week is to actually start the excuse me, sorry, that's on film. Start the cleanup. And what I mean by cleanup is I got this row of bricks here that I never got all the soil put in. And all the way down, you can still see where they're even, and you can see I got weeds trying to grow up through some of them. So the ones that have weeds in them, stuff them with paper, because the paper will rot and the earthworms will come to eat the paper and they'll eat the weed. But stuff them with paper, and then go ahead and get the area between the bricks and the wood and the bricks themselves, get that filled with soil from my pile under the blue tarp. Now the far side of the blue tarp, because you can't see it from here, has some black plastic on it because the pile is bigger than the tarp is. So if I pull my dirt from that side where the black plastic is to fill the bricks, that opens up that black plastic so I can go ahead and finish getting that area back in black plastic, which would be awesome. That gives me this side done as far as the bricks go. That plastic, does that make sense? And the pile fits the blue tarp. I mean, it's just, that works well. And then from there, what are we doing? Once we get all of these filled, then I can actually measure, because my measurement for this is supposed to be from the inside of the brick. So the logs that are left over on the far side, you can see them up against the bricks, actually come towards me. If we were to go brick, and where those bricks are sitting right now, this is way too wide. The goal is to be able to, as I get older, sit on the brick wall and be able to reach the garden and or kneel, because that'll be like one row, very similar to the hoop tunnel. One row of bricks on that side, 2 rows, or maybe 3 rows of bricks on this side. Either way, to be able to sit on the wall and reach the garden. And all the wood that's over here, that's just, it's rotten well. I don't know if you can see my foot just the bugs and time have just done everything it's supposed to do. A lot of them are quite rotten. It's just part of that hygge culture. Sorry, I have to catch my breath again. So that's next week's goal, is to get this side of the wall done, get it measured outright, and then, especially since I don't have anything planted at all in this side, move it in like it's supposed to be, so I have the right amount of space. And that way I can lay the walking fabric where it's supposed to be, this way, where the logs are, because they won't be out that far. And I can start putting the bricks in on the upper side, which is what those bricks are. So that way I have the back row bricks on this side and on that side. And the reason why I say that is because you can see where that is there. I stepped on that today, and I mean, it just completely disintegrated. So I have to get the back row of bricks in. Makes sense? Or I'm going to end up, my soil is going to end up starting to wash away. And you can tell by the weeds, what's outside of the bricks is not dirt that I take care of. What's inside, the log area, sorry I said bricks, but what's inside the log area is my rich dirt. You can tell by things like the mullein that's growing here. It's on the outside of the logs. Mullein does like dandelions. It'll bring up nitrogen and really help enrich the soil. And both dandelions and mullein only grow in bad dirt. And if you actually look at it again, its root is on the outside of the logs, not on the inside, because what's inside is well fed and well tended. So, but that's the plan for next week when it's sunny. I'm not going to get there this week, trying to figure it out in between storms and or having any of my dirt wash away. So that's the plan. And we'll just, keep it going from there. Again, this should have started a week ago. This should have started last week when I felt ill. And I say that because long term, again, I've got to get the bricks over here done because I have the bricks. And that's what I bought the soil for, was the bricks in this garden and the hoop tunnel. And that way I can see whatever dirt I have left so I can build the 3rd and 4th rows in garden 3. I mean, there's this whole domino effect that's got to go on. So, having said that, I'm getting ready to go inside. I'm talking too much, I'm starting to hack. Goals outside today have been achieved, Got a lot to do. And I'll talk to you later. All right, clean and clear. Let me see, when I cleared that patch, I didn't realize that there was an asparagus stalk coming up, a new one, and I ended up pulling it out as well. Yes, I've already rinsed it off and ate it. Having said that, there are 7 still standing. There is one there. There's one there, which is 2. 3 and 4 are there and there. And you got to come down. 5 and 6 are over here. And number 7 is right here in the corner. If you come down at ground level, again, there was 7. There's 6 and 5. There's 4 and 3. There's number 2. And there's number 1. He's the smallest one, hanging out way back there. That's number 1. And number 0, again, I ate him from over there. All right. So, again, cut all that out. Cleaned it all up. It's all sitting here in a bucket. Again, cleaned it out at ground level. Moved my chips around, help keep them covered and protected. I may or may not clean out some of the weeds here in the garlic just because it's not raining yet. I don't want to sit here and kill myself yet. I just don't know. But this was the goal, was to come out and clean up the asparagus so I can go burn this stuff. Again, I'm not going to put it to compost. It goes in the burn pit. And what that does is it prevents an infestation. Because is it possible that a beetle lands on it during the summer? Yeah, really possible. But they're, how do I say this? They're like the Japanese beetles. If you can get it before they get infested, I'll have asparagus for days. If I get the grub or the worm infestation, then it becomes really hard to get rid of. And being that I want to expand my patch, gotta keep it clear. Anyway, patch is clear. Got fat asparagus is going on. And yeah. So we will see you later. Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. She's over there playing in the rain puddle, and now she's gonna lay down in it. Yes, might be a hose in her future. All right, I'm in garden 2. Yeah, I still got this crazy cough. It just doesn't want to let me go. But I'm in here because it's time. I think I said this in yesterday's video. Don't know if you saw it. The asparagus beetle will come into an asparagus patch and lay its eggs at the bottom of the plant. And when it gets a warm, comfortable time, the eggs will hatch and they will decimate your asparagus. So while I cut them short in the fall, and the spring is when I actually come down and remove the all the stalks. We had that little warm spell last week when I was really sick, and I have asparagus. I have green asparagus coming up, so I have to get out here and do this. Now again, you can tell I don't have sun at all. I don't have blue sky. I got nothing but clouds, but I'm in between storms right now. Even on Doppler, I'm in between storms. No rain is planned. So gonna come take care of this, you know. Just kind of do what I do, you know. Again, Panda's still over there laying in her puddle. It's her favorite place. Yes, that's the Panda puddle. Such a crazy dog. All right. Anyway, Miss Panda and I, we'll talk to you later.